Okay, what's up, CEOs? Looks like we're live. Coming to you today with overhead questions, really. So if you're watching this right now, then type replay. Let me introduce myself to the few people who have joined recently. I was about to say a few hundred, but it wasn't that many, but it was a lot who've joined recently. I'm Shamel Leonard, and I started the Auto Dealer Business School so that I could help bring your six-figure dealership to life. I just thought about that right now. That's kind of what I enjoy doing, is like helping people to set up their location and their business systems and stock their lot and get their inventory all in and ready to go, and get their finance department worked out so that you can capitalize on them finance dollars and create a really good image for you and your business so that you can go out here in the world in confidence with what you've created. So I get a lot of questions about overhead, and I wanted to talk about them today. I actually talked about overhead at the NADA conference earlier this year, as it pertains to like your staff and people. Because if you're in this business and you're not thinking about staff yet, you really need to think about staff, because we cannot do it all alone. We will always need staff. And that is part of the expenses. So before I get ahead of myself, let me talk about even what people are asking, because if you haven't asked this question yet, this may be a question that you have, which is, how do you keep your overhead low? How do you control your overhead? I even saw one guy say, how do I get a location that doesn't cost a whole lot of money? And I get where that concern is coming from, right? It's like, well, if I keep my overhead low, then I can control this business better. I can make more money. I can stay in business longer. I can take some time to figure it out because overhead is low, right? So what I want to say about overhead is I think we're looking at it wrong. Okay, I was hesitating to say wrong because, it is what it is. But I think really the question is, what overhead do I need to be successful, like as an auto deal? Like if I want to make X amount of dollars every month, every year selling used cars, then what overhead would that take? I think that's really the question. Because think about it, from just managing your household, okay? You can get a cheap house, or if you're looking for a house to either rent or buy, you can get a cheap house. But is that something you want? Does that support your lifestyle? Does it support the dreams that you have or where you want to go, right? So you have to think about that. And you have to think about your business in that way, is what I would say. So let me make sure that everything is working right, because I'm seeing people coming in and out, but I don't see anything staying. So let me make sure that I got this worked out correctly. Okay, so overhead expenses. And I'm going to put a link in the description to startup costs. Okay, hey, I think it's working out. Hey, good morning. Who's with me? I'm going to put a link in the description about overhead costs and startup costs and reoccurring costs, static costs. Okay, so you can know what kind of budget this business might take, and you can plan accordingly, and you can give it the budget it needs. Okay, so thinking about your household, that example, when you are trying to control the overhead in your household, when you're trying to control your expenses, what are some things that you do? Well, one of the things that I do is I look at the unexpected expenses. Like, what are unexpected expenses and how can I prevent those from happening? In your business, selling cars, unexpected expenses are buying bad cars and having repairs that you did not count on. having issues with the cars. That's really the unexpected expense. The biggest one, right? I can't think of another one right now. But so you have to plan to not have unexpected expenses. And that is why I have started the Auto Dealer Business School, to help you to see how to buy the right cars, to help you learn, implement a process of how to buy the right cars so that you don't have unexpected expenses and that you can count on the profit that you have, that you're expecting from each sale. Okay. So yes, control your unexpected expenses. Then the second thing I look at is, so what are the unnecessary fees and service providers that I'm paying? Thinking about your household, it's all those little recurring fees that you're like, am I even using this? Do I need this? Is this necessary right now? Same with your business. Like, there are a million things you can invest in. There are all kinds of, companies who claim that, you need this, right? You need this service. You need this service to run your business. And if you've never been in the business before, you don't know exactly what it is you need to run a lean business or have a lean budget. So you might get set up with all of these different things that you need. So that is why also in the Auto Dealer Business School, I have a list of the things that you need to get set up for business, like the bare minimum, right? There are always the extra things that can help boost your business, but the bare minimum will keep your business going. And that's what you can rely on when times get hard or unstable or income is unpredictable and you are thinking, hey, let me just control my overhead at this time because, income right now or revenue right now in my business is unpredictable. So, these are the things I absolutely need. And these are the things that are extra. What's up, Alan? Are we able to broker cars without a dealer's license or dealership? How does one get started? So are you able to broker cars? You would have to work with a licensed dealer. That's the only way you can broker cars. So I guess the question is yes and no. I mean, the answer is yes and no. Like, no, you can't the only person who can broker cars or sell cars is a licensed dealer or dealership. So if you're not one, you have to work with one. Okay. All right. So yeah, because I think people are, that's a good question, Alan, because I think people are wondering, like, what are the workarounds? What, if I don't want to take on all this overhead, what are the workarounds? And I kind of think that, I'm encourage you to think differently there too, because all the profit or all the success or all the, advancement or, the business growing is in taking the risk, is in having it be your own business, setting it up yourself, right? That's where you get all the money is because it's your business. If you're working with someone else, then you got an extra expense. Somebody else is dipping into your pocket and, they're getting a cut. So if you're wanting to figure out like how to do this and do this where you can replace your income or, have more consistent income or more control over your income, then the way to go is to have your own dealer's license and your own location and run your own business. Okay. So that's just what I want to say about that. All right. So, cause I know a lot of people are questioning location, cause that's the next thing that I was going to talk about but this location though, this location cost, this location expense is worrying me. And, like I said, it's really, you can just have a plan. You just need a plan to make sure that you cover your overhead. Is to get a dealer's license in any state, you have to have some kind of location, even if it's just an office. You have to have some kind of location. So since that's part of your expenses, then you just got to put that into the equation. Okay, well, I know I have to make X amount for the business, and this, everything over it is profit. So it's about managing the money, but it's really about selling more cars, which was my last point. When you're selling more cars and you're making the profit that you need to make on each car's overhead becomes irrelevant. Okay. What's up, John? Overhead becomes irrelevant if you are selling enough cars with enough profit. So if you're out here selling cars and you're making like a couple of $100 profit on each car, you need a better plan. If you are not selling enough cars to make $10,000 a month, you need a better plan. And that is why I'm here, to give you a better plan, because ultimately the answer to this question on how to control your overhead or how to keep your overhead low is to be strategic about your business. So it's about being strategic about how much your business costs and how much you need to make, and implementing that, a plan of, okay, if it costs X amount of dollars to be in business, then I need to make X amount more. That's really the answer to the question. Okay. So I don't know if you were hoping to, like get a secret or, or hack on overhead, but that's really the answer. Is strategy will keep your overhead low. Strategy will control your expenses. What are you doing? Do you know what you're doing in your business? Are you selling cars consistently, and are you selling them for large enough profits per car? So, like I said, I am going to put in the comments or in the description, I'm going to put a link to the startup costs download that I have for you guys, startup costs and monthly costs, reoccurring costs that I have. And then I'm also going to put a link in there for a strategy session, because if you're like, yeah, I do definitely just need a strategy because I need to just sell more cars, then hop on my calendar. Let's get 30 minutes on the phone, talk about you and your business and what's the best strategy for you. What's up, Kelvin? So that you can sell more cars, because that's ultimately the answer to the question. Why? Because profit solves problems. If you got enough money coming in, you really are not bothered about how much money is going out. You only start looking at how much money is going out when you don't have enough coming in, or when you're concerned about how much is coming in, or when the money coming in is not consistent. So let's make it consistent. Let's make it more than enough, so that you're not concerned about you paying for your location and everything that you need in your business, because you need all these things to be successful. You need location, you need people working in your business, you need service providers. Yes, good morning. You need all of that. So, if you skimp on it, then you're missing out. It's just like I said, managing your household. You need lights, water, gas, right? In addition to paying for your home, either renting it or buying it. And you can go without any of those things, but it makes the home less enjoyable. Or, cable, internet, that's one of the ones that I think people most likely will try to cut out. But having internet at home or high speed, helps that experience be more enjoyable, helps it to be, support more of what you want to do at home, right? It's the same in your business. You can cut out things. You can cut out staff. You can have the cheapest location possible. You can do all these things, but it's going to impact how you are enjoying this business or how far this business can go. So instead of thinking about how to keep overhead low or how to control overhead, just think about, well, what does it take for me to have what I want to have in this business? I want this, bomb location. I want, staff. I want everything that I need. So what does that look like and what does it take? And if you want to go over that strategy, let me know. That's why I'm here. So hopefully this was helpful. I feel like lately I've been getting more into like the philosophical characteristics or qualities of running the business, because I really do think it is based a lot in your mindset and what you feel like you can do and what you can achieve and what you expect to happen and what you take on. Okay. So if you expect to pay out a certain amount and you expect to make a certain amount, it happens. So let's raise our expectations in running your business, and, let's get it. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Like I said, look for those links in the description. I'm always praying for your success. I'm always praying for your success. I guess I'm praying for yourself too. But yeah, I'm always rooting for you, for sure, no matter what path you take. But if you don't get a plan, if you don't get a mentor, you don't have a strategy, you're going to spend money on trying things, and you're going to spend money on lessons. So that's money that can be going towards building up your business. All right. So, like I said, I hope this was helpful. If you didn't think it was helpful, let me know what you wish you would have learned about. I take these, I get a lot of inspiration for these videos from strategy sessions. So, yeah, if you have a suggestion on what would be a good video to help people to really be successful in this business, let me know. I'm open. All right, y'all. So that's my time. I will see you next week. Be blessed, and let's get it for sure. Okay. It is time. It is time for us to be the best we can be. All right. Bye.